Hey, I don't know why my little sound didn't go off, so I didn't hear you guys on. Let's see, we have Kate. Hey, Kate, I saw your rocking abs in your picture today. So I'm talking about. Awesome. All right. I'm going to give everyone like just 2 minutes because I know it's only 7:59. So y'all feel free to talk if you want to. I'm going to mute myself just because Samson's inside. Hey, Barrier.
Oh, hey.
What you doing?
Good.
Cooking.
He said good.
Oh, he's good.
Oh, look, see your shoes?
Oh,
Eyes in there, taking light up.
Yeah, they light up.
Oh
the
my
eyes light up.
And I got
goodness.
two.
Well, I hope you have two, one for each foot.
And also,
Oh, you want to show her the other
Oh
one?
yeah, let me see. You have two shoes like that. Wow, Barrier. I wish I had those shoes.
they're just the same.
They're just the same.
They're just the same. Oh, well then can I have one?
But not for girls, for boys.
Did you hear him?
They're not for girls, they're for boys. You're right. I need to get my life together, don't I, Barrier?
Goober child.
That was hilarious. He said, they're not for girls.
They're not for girls. Just need him back off his shoes for a second, okay?
Barrier, let me see him light up. Clap him in the camera. There you go.
Do it again.
Oh, lighten up those shoes. I love it.
Do they make you run faster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Jr., you look just like your dad.
Not Michael Jr.
You're not.
And you're not Michael Jr.
Then what did you say?
And not Michael Jr.
You're not Michael Jr.
I hope Michael heard that.
Hilarious. Okay, Bear, I'm going in the other room, okay?
I love it. So funny. See, that's hilarious.
Little punk.
That's funny. You could tell he was trying to think of a reason why he shouldn't give me his shoes. So he's like, they're not for girls. They're for boys. All right, you guys. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's been recording this whole time, so it's going to be really fun to watch. Okay, so I talked to a few of you last week, and I know we have another diamond call going tonight, and they're talking about inviting and following up. But I actually wanted to branch out from that because I feel like everyone that's on this call qualifying as a diamond knows how to invite and you know how to follow up. Do you guys feel pretty confident with that? You guys can feel free to unmute and talk if you need. The only thing I'd like to add in about that is every now and then I go back through all of my messages and just check because I always find that I missed somebody, or maybe there's someone I read their message and didn't respond right then, so I lost track. So there is usually it's a good idea to once a month check yourself, go back through your messages for a couple of months, make sure you followed up with everyone, keep that list working. So people who do tell you no, they're going to keep watching you, and eventually they may come around and say yes to a challenge or coaching. Okay, so let's talk diamond a little bit. So diamond, you really want to focus on, and I know you guys know this, you want to focus on recruiting coaches that want to work the business. That's the most stable way. Now, I also want to tell you this. I noticed that the group we're in is like a push to diamond group, but what you need to understand is it has to be a push to Success Club first before it can be becoming diamond, because Success Club is your stepping stone. That is how you get to diamond, just duplicating that process every month. And I know you guys know this. I just wanted to reiterate because I know for me, when I was first going diamond, when I was teaching my coaches at the time, which I had no business doing at the time, I, for some reason, thought they should focus on diamond more than they should focus on Success Club. And the two are just stepping stones within each other. So don't get sidetracked in the rank or the title of diamond so much so that you forget of the key ingredients to a successful business. So some notes that I have for you. A lot of you, I think I had 3 messages from people on our team saying they have a hard time posting about coaching. And I am here to tell you, it is hard. It took me like a year. Like I finally just now feel like I know how to post about coaching. especially right now. Facebook is a little funny. How many of you have kind of noticed Facebook is a little funny? Like where you would normally get a lot of traction on posts, you're getting like next to none. Okay, that happens. So you're going to have to play with it a little bit. Like I'm noticing right now during the day, my funny stuff that has nothing to do with Beachbody is getting a lot of traction. But I'm noticing at night, having to post a little later, like around 9 o'clock, just doing a post with no picture attached is getting. So you kind of have to, when it does this stuff, you kind of have to play and see just how to hit that nail on the head. And Haley, I agree. It's not my confidence too. And it's like that across the board. Like Val is having the same problem. Allie Van Arsdale is having the same problem. I went and stalked Bonnie Engel. Her stuff is down. She only had like 50 likes on something the other day. Like that's crazy for Bonnie Engel. So don't be discouraged by it. It's simply that Facebook changed its algorithms and it does this. And Alden and Holly, you guys that have been around for a while, you guys know that it sucks when it happens and you can always tell when it happens. So the ways to get around that is just playing. Do something that you haven't done in a while, and I bet you it'll work up. Like I did one yesterday, took a picture with some flowers, and that thing took off like crazy, and I didn't think it was going to get anything. So like feel free to try something like that. Copy it and just see. And today I did something about being a redneck, and it took off like crazy. No one wants to hear about my challenge groups or coaching, but those random things are taking off. And that's okay. You just want people coming to your page. So when you message them and invite them to your challenge group, your post is popping up in their newsfeed. They're going to click on your name and they can go back and see your other posts that may have not had a lot of traction that day. So don't let it mess with you. Don't let it get in your head. It is so easy to feel defeated by that. And I am totally guilty. Because when you're like, oh yeah, I'm rocking my business. March is going great. Our whole team is rocking. Oh, April, hit the brakes. Just kidding. And it happens often. And it's just kind of one of those things, it's hit or miss. So just play with that and don't let it mess with your head, because once it gets inside of your head, you're going to start to doubt yourself. And then once you start to doubt yourself, it's going to come across in your post somehow. People have a sixth sense. They can pick it up and you are going to slow down. And it's happened to me. So I'm speaking from experience. My business is not doing as great as it always does this month, straight up because my confidence is shaken in what I'm sharing. And it shouldn't be. And I haven't done personal development in a week. Okay. And I'm putting it out there. And that is why I'm struggling. I know without a doubt. So after this call, that's what I'm going to be doing. Tomorrow morning, that's what I'm going to be doing. How many of you are doing your personal development every day? Be honest. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad to see. I saw Holly shake her head no. She was like, no, I haven't. It's okay. So hop back on that because it really boosts your self-confidence and it gets you back where you need to be. Little things happen to us in daily life. Like I had a cold or I had a stomach bug this weekend and it totally shook up my business because I work on Saturdays and I just stayed in the bed all weekend and I couldn't even get up. So don't let those little things defeat you. All right, so let's talk about posting about the business. I'm challenging you one time a day to post about this business. And this can be scary because when I started, I would do things like, I'm looking for 5 new coaches to mentor this month. And I'm looking for 3 new coaches to join my team. And those used to work back then. It really did. That's what worked a year and a half ago when I started. But now it's a little different. So what I did, I listened to a call by Bonnie Engel. I wrote down a list of 10 coaching snippets, what coaching means to me. And I'll read the exact ones I have to you, and I'm challenging you to do the same thing. Saving, oh Lord have mercy. Everything Apple in my house is connected. So like Jamie just called me, my iPhone, my iPad, and my computer went off, and my TV. I just can't handle that. Someone needs to tell me how to fix that. Okay, focus. Saving money on groceries is one thing. So I can literally do a post and say, before coaching, I used to think that I would have to waste money on groceries, blah, 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 blah. But now, blah, 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 blah. So I just snuck in coaching in there and how it's provided me with money for groceries. And I did not in any way, shape, or form try to recruit someone. I just snuck it in there. So that's one example. Another example, for me personally, finding time to work. That's a question I get often. So that's on my list, and I'll show you my list, coaching snippets right there. Finding time to work. So for example, I would do a post that says something along the lines of, I often get asked, guys, whether people ask me or not, I'm going to act like they asked me because I'm going to believe that I'm a big shot, and I'm going to make other people believe I'm a confident big shot too. So when I do a post, I say, people often ask me how I work my business while working full time. Well, here's how. Blah, 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 blah. And boom, I have a post. So anyone who's given me that time objection because they had a full-time job, I just busted their excuse, okay, publicly. Like I did it out for the world to see. And usually those people will go and like on that post and comment and talk to me about it. So that's another idea. Working a full-time job, that's kind of the same thing. How did I get my spouse on board? Spending the money on Shakeology. How did coaching help me become okay with spending the money on Shakeology? I used to be scared to put posts out there. How has coaching, like before coaching, I would have never shared a post like this on Facebook. But because I see the value that it can have and the impact on others, it makes it okay, whatever creative words you have at the time. I do snippets on what coaches do. I take selfies all the time with a face and I'm like, oh, I love being a coach because a challenger just texted me and said, I lost 8 pounds. And they usually do. So I have valid information to go off of. So those little things, anytime a challenger says something exciting to you, post about it and include that you're a coach. And because you're a coach, they had this victory. Like that is okay to do. So make your list of 10 coaching snippets. And guys, use it, recycle it. You can do a similar post twice because I only pull from this list and I have a lot of success with it. And at the same time, I know we're talking about coaching right now, but you can do the same with challenge. Make a list of challenge group snippets. Like I have, before joining my first challenge group, I had no idea what to eat. I'm so thankful for my challenge group. They keep me so motivated in the morning. And I know I'm doing very general, broad statements, but you get the idea. So creating that list is vital so that you're not sitting there like this thinking, what the heck do I post today? Have that list so you can say, today I'm going to address this concern publicly about coaching. Just share what you love about it. Yeah.
One thing, actually, Jamie's the one that taught me this because you made a comment about, so you can give him props. But if I'm having problems thinking of something, because I try hard to do like one post a day where I at least mention coaching. If I have absolutely nothing, Jen mentioned one conversation that Jamie said, okay, now how can you connect this to coaching? Mm-hmm. And it could be anything. And think about, our life is not all coaching, but it can be related to it somehow. So if you're sitting there like looking at your, my sandals, because that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, how can I take that somehow and, connect that to coaching some way? And that, no matter what, it may take me a minute to think about it or figure it out, but I can come up with something. And those posts are the ones that I get the highest traction on because it's not the in your face about coaching, join my team, fill out my application, get in contact with me, but I'm still breadcrumbing. So way to go, Jamie.
No, and y'all, I have to give Jamie mad props for this because yesterday I was wearing an old hold up t-shirt. And he was like, why do you wear that old t-shirt? And I said, it's comfortable. And he goes, you should totally take a picture in that and do a post and be like, I used to stay inside of my comfort zone just like this, how I wear this old t-shirt. And I was like, you're a freaking genius. But then I couldn't because the holes were like right above my ladies. So I was like, oh, that's awkward. Can't do that. But you get the idea. It's like Alden said, look around the room and think, how can I tie this into coaching? One a day. Put a ton of thought into one coaching post a day. Challenge yourself to do that. And I'm telling you, people will be interested in what the heck it is you're doing. I don't care if you're an Emerald coach with one person under you. You go out there and you act like people want to know everything about you. People ask me, the most traction I get is when I say, I got a message that said, and usually I have, but guys, if you haven't, it's okay. It's okay to still say it. Like, I'm not saying every day make something up. Like, think of a concern that someone really has given you, like, I don't have time. I get messages all the time of people who truly believe they don't have time to invest in themselves. But as a coach, it's my job to teach you that you do have time. Like those types of things, calling people out on those basic concerns. Think back to the concerns you had about coaching and say, before becoming a coach, I laughed at this business. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I thought X, Y, and Z. But now that I'm on the other side, I truly see what the bigger picture is. So it takes practice, and I'm definitely not an expert, so please don't think I'm trying to be a know-it-all, but these are things that I've really worked on this year, and it's definitely working. And I can tell you, I can prove that it's working because the time I really started doing this is when Kate, Lauren, and Allison actually like joined our team of coaches. And it's not manipulating at all. Like I was telling the truth, just out publicly. It wasn't so private. And while this is going on, it's important to be communicating privately and inviting to the coaching opportunity. So I actually have a message, I think it's in my text that I send to myself. It's the exact, hold on, I'm just going to look it up on Facebook, one that I've sent today. It's the exact invite that I send to people when I want them to join my team. And I usually talk to them a little bit first. Oh, here we go. I can totally just copy and paste it. Now, my disclaimer here, I don't run out of the gate with this one, but this is one that I actually sent the other day. And I cater it. Okay, so I'm sending it to you, but let me talk to you about it. So it says, have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach? You would be so great, and I think you would have so much success. That is very general. Normally, when I send this to someone, I'm going to cater it and say something like, you're already so positive and inspiring on Facebook. I think you would be so great because people obviously go to you for motivation. Like I cater it to what I see in them that would make them a good coach. Or if they post workouts, you already love fitness. Like why not share that with other people? I think you'd be so great. You'd be an awesome fit for our team. Would love to talk to you about it. So take this general statement and cater it to each person. And I am more than happy for you guys to like send me what you want to say and talk to you about it because this is something that I'm finally confident in talking about. And Bonnie Engel explained it like this at NLC. If someone walked up to you and said, like, have y'all ever done LinkedIn or like those job things? If someone ever walks up to you and says like, hey, have you ever considered like, doing XY, being a hairstylist, like you're so good at hair, that would make you feel so good. So don't think it's weird to tell people that you think they would be good at something. They're going to appreciate it. Now I have my next response for you. They're going to say, I've never heard of that. What is that? And I used to freeze when they would say, tell me more about it. So this is what, and this is catered to the specific person I'm talking to, but this is what I've been sending and it is working. At least getting a conversation going. And I'm putting it in the chat for you guys to see. So when they say, what is Beachbody coaching? Why isn't it pasting? Time for this. Whenever they say, no, I've never heard of it. What is it? Or, sure, why not? Send me some information. This is, let's try again, I don't know why it's not working. It's about to make me mad. Hold on. No, it's not going to work. Let me see if I can send it to you individually. Nope. Okay. I'll put it in the group page because I don't want to waste your time on this, but I really wish it would work for us. Let me try it this way in parts. Maybe it's too big. Okay. Here's part 1. Yeah, that's working. Okay. So just give me a, oh, there's part 1. And here's part 2, and I usually send this all in one message. And let me get part 3 going. Oh Lord, so many windows. Ah! Where the heck did that just go? There it is. Y'all, I'm on the struggle bus over here. And here is part 3. Of what I send. And usually at the bottom, I say like something funny. And you can cater this, guys. Like you don't have to copy and paste this exactly, but it is pretty good. And I usually say something like, excuse the novel I just wrote. I just get really excited and I'm so passionate about this business. And usually they say like either, no, that's not for me, or they say, or I send them my video, invite them to a sneak peek, however the conversation goes. And I usually tell them, they say, well, what if I can't find anybody? And I say, you know, I'll type this out for you too. When they ask if there's a penalty or obligation, I always say worst case scenario, you end up with killer results and coaching isn't for you. So that way they know there's no penalty for quitting. Hold on one second. I got to preheat the oven for Jamie. One second. He's at night class, by the way. He's not like chilling in the living room. I could have done that himself. But anyways, this is kind of my process, what I take when I'm talking to a potential coach. And you guys, as you're talking to these people, I promise they're looking at your page. And that's why it's vital for them to be able to go and see your coaching posts, because they're going to go through and look. And if they see nothing about coaching, they're going to be like, what? Like, I don't understand. This doesn't make sense. So that's why it's vital one time a day to start making it a habit. And it's okay if it's uncomfortable at first. Get out of that comfort zone and make that. That's my call to action for you guys. I'm totally going to go look. You can tag me in the comment section of it so I can see it. And, I'll message you with feedback and what have you. All right. Last thing. Invite to our event. We have a What is Coaching event on April 26th. It's actually going to be a team-wide. I'm copying how Raina Odell does them. She just does the post and then she shares her video at the end. She doesn't do a live event because some people are scared off when they have to participate in something. And some people don't want to be there at a set time. So this will give them the freedom to just have the event. Every single piece of information is right there. Didn't miss anything. And we're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to try to keep it shorter. Like instead of an hour-long thing, we're going to try to make it a 30-minute thing. And then they can watch the video. I'm going to tell them they don't have to participate in the group and ask questions, but what I would do is personally be one-on-one communicating with every single person I have in the event page and asking them if they have questions throughout. So those are my snippets for you. Do you guys feel like you got some good information from this call? Are you excited? Feeling confident with those coaching posts? Good, because it is scary and it's out of the comfort zone. And it's like Alden said. I'm glad you said that, Alden, because I didn't even think about that. Anything you look at, think, how can I relate coaching? Like Jessica Sanfilippo said she's going on a trip this weekend, and she was like, it's so nice because like the hotel is going to be basically paid for by Beachbody. So before coaching, I would never just go on a weekend trip, but because it's so stress-free to have this extra income, and it's not all about money, guys, but you do need to put it out there that you're making a decent amount of money with this business. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be blessed by blessing others, and that's a struggle sometimes, but just sharing, because there are people out there struggling that are in debt, that have all these student loans, that have to work 3 jobs, and this really can alleviate that. Like I'm living proof of that, and I'm not the only one on our team that's proof of that. So don't let that fire inside you die. I know April's a slow month. It was slow last year too. Just keep inviting, because those are all going to be follow-ups for your next month. I believe in every single one of you. I'm already so pumped. Like I was looking at our back office today and I was like, this team just freaking rocks. Like I'm so thankful that this is our team. And as you start venturing into recruiting working coaches, do not feel like you have to train them all on your own. That's why we do these team trainings. That's why we run it. And if you'll notice, we have one going on right now with this much participation in there, but we're just going to keep going because hopefully they're reading it and maybe just not commenting, because to them, it's not a priority yet. It's new. It's something new that they're just trying. So if you have people in there and you're feeling discouraged by them not participating, just reach out to them and message and say like, hey, are you doing okay? How's the group going for you? And they may say, I have so many questions. They may just be too embarrassed or afraid to reach out to you. So you want to open it up for some Q&A? Wave at me if you need something. Are you pumped? I'm so glad we did this because I'm feeling like so much better already.
I like this call better, Jen.
Good. Well, I just felt the last one was super overwhelming.
Well, and just in general, I really appreciate doing these calls because this is the one call I can make it to during the week.
I'm so glad. And guys, I appreciate you hopping on here. Like I know that we have tons of calls sometimes, and like it speaks volumes. So I definitely appreciate it. I know you're tired and you work, you're at school, you've had a long day. So I appreciate it. And that's why I talk super fast and record them so you can slow me down for later. But I'm challenging you to do that in the morning. All right, everyone, in the morning, first post of the day is going to be your coaching post. So plan it out tonight so you're not stressing. Have an idea in your head of what vantage point you're going to take, and just go for it. And we're all going to be going over there to like on it and support you and comment and everything else. So with that, feel free to ask questions in the group. I know my little timer is going to go up. Thank you again for hopping on, and I hope you guys have a great evening, and I hope you took some good stuff away from this call. So talk to you later.